everything's just right, and also just hoping to the result and sometime the next week, by the end of next week, including just all this and the results and together with jurisdictional partners. So meanwhile, we're gonna just develop our performance measures, including the existing RMAP, agri-related, or just the air quality related performance measures. And moving on next, James Takeshi will discuss about land use model update.
And I think I have slide control. Let me just do a quick check here. Yep. All right. Hello, everyone. Once again, I'm James Takeshi, Transportation Data Science Manager here at PEG. Um, I'm going to give a quick run through of the land use model and a look at some of our preliminary outputs. So this part, first off, just as a refresher, how we've run this. We're using the 2024 travel demand model as our base year. We're running combinations of the land use model and travel demand model for every 5 or 10-year period out to 2055. And as Hinsu mentioned, we have done that first preliminary projection all the way out there. Unfortunately, we discovered a few bugs on the travel demand model side. And so as once we have cleared those up, but we're going to revisit all of the outputs and inputs and make sure that what we're providing to you are, the best outputs that we can. There are core assumptions in the land use model. First off, there's no negative growth. If a sector declines in any given projection year, that's instead converted into a zero. Jurisdictions will maintain their base year total employment and population ratios, which we're calling their minimum growth. Known projects can override the period control totals as well as employment sector control totals for each jurisdiction. However, the 2055 jurisdictional total employment and regional total employment control totals must be maintained. For the housing units, we applied the 2022 ACS 5-year occupancy rate and persons per household and jurisdictions to develop projections of how many housing units are required per jurisdiction, again, starting from that first projection year of 2030 all the way through the end at 2055. These numbers have not changed since I last presented them at our meeting in October. Likewise, for the employment, this is just a refresher. These numbers haven't changed. We maintain our employment control totals. However, some shifting around known projects and jurisdictional totals impacted the relative proportions per sector for new employments. However, the final rebalanced distributions per sector still remain pretty close to the 2023 percentages. After doing the rebalance minimum, we also have a few, well, more than a few really, globally allocated employments. This is just surplus in the projected period over the jurisdictional minimums, which, as you can see here, basically only happen in 2030 and 2055. The jurisdiction new employment distribution. I'm just going to go very quickly through this. Again, none of this has changed. High service sector in Tucson because of a number of known projects, specifically in 2040. High retail sector growth in Oro Valley due to 2030 and 2040 known projects. And for most other sectors and other jurisdictions, things remain similar to their base year distribution. And growth by period, again, some of these spikes and dips and zeros are affected by the known projects. high 2030 and 2040 known projects in Oro Valley lead to that spike there and the relatively sharp drop off after that. And then high known projects in 2040 in Tucson also contribute to that spike, and then in that year, and some lower numbers after that. Moving on to the 2055 preliminary results. These are the densities of housing unit. Actually, I think this might be the old, um, or perhaps this slide didn't get updated. My apologies. So this is actually showing employments. So I will skip over the global housing unit look and move on to the details. However, the side on the left still holds. These are all sources of housing units from known project redevelopment, as well as the SAM allocations, which are both jurisdictional and global components. The Northwestern region, this is Marana and Oro Valley, generally speaking. You can see generally low density residential popping up, although you can see some medium density in a few places, mostly highlighted in yellow. Moving into the central region, more or less core Tucson, you can see generally higher density growth. Particularly, you can see some on the Oracle Stone 6 corridors, as well as a number of the east-west arterials, extending down on Speedway, Broadway, a few on Grant and Campbell. Come on, look at me here. Okay, looking out on the southwesterly side, again, we see a shift mostly towards lower density again. Again, some on the south side, you can see little bits following 6/Nogales of little bits of higher density down there. Then down in Saurita, you can see generally mostly low density. Moving on to the employment allocations. Whoop, oh, I see. That's what happened. Maps got switched. So this one here was the residential density um, map, regional map. I think I may have just switched those two. My apologies. Again, however, this does extend to all sources of employment, again, which are the known projects, redevelopment, as well as the SAM allocation. On the northwest side, again, yeah, fairly similar pattern. You can see a lot of low density employments being assigned. A few hotspots you can see down I think that is the higher category red down at the Foothills Mall. That's contributed by a known project. In the central region, uh, uh, lower density overall, but you can still see um, a lot of uh, growth focused along the arterials, Oracle, Stone, some down 6, developments around in downtown and the university area. One that's popping out is another known project at the Banner Medical Center. Down on the southwest side again, generally those lower density, uh, some just due to parcel size. Um, uh, but lower density overall popping up all around there. And as we move down to Saurita, pretty much the same thing. Lower density employments throughout that region. With that, if you have any questions, Actually, are we doing questions at the end of each section?
I think it's fine. Like just we can and ask if you have any question and would you ask any at this moment and for land use modeling side? Nope. Okay, then just
I'm
move
not.
forward.
All right, thank you.
And please just go
Uh,
ahead, Chao.
yeah, thank you very much, James, for sharing the outputs of our parcel level SAM land use model. After getting the parcel level outputs from our land use model, we use the current ACS data and the jurisdiction level population projections to transform the housing units into households and household population and MAZ level. And we also aggregate the land use model outputs employment data at the MAZ level to run our, together with the household and population to run our activity-based model. Here we are showing the population growth per acre and employment growth per acre we apply to our activity-based model as inputs based on the outputs of our land use model.
Oh, Jim,
First,
maybe I wonder, Jim, if you have any question.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's just more of a technical thing. Is that just me or is are you showing a slide? Like when James was providing, I couldn't see the slide. I can only see James' name across the screen. The same thing with Xiao Li. So I don't know. Anybody else experiencing the problem?
Oh,
Maybe
I
just
can see it.
what's that?
I can see everything.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, thank you.
hmm.
Maybe Jim, maybe it's just the rejoin and maybe I don't know, maybe that might be on you.
Okay, I'll get out and rejoin. Just take me in. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you for checking. And Xiao, would you go ahead?
first, we would like to show the population growth per acre and first looking at the Pima County level. So we can see the high growth along the I-10 and the State Road 77, that Oracle corridor, and State Road 86 near the to the west of of our Pima County and other major arterials like Speedway and 22nd Street, Broadway, and Prince Road, and those major arterials. And we also see area growth around Pima County Fairgrounds, downtown Sahuarita, Rincon Valley, premium outlets, and downtown Marana. And we are going to look at them at details at each jurisdiction. So first, we are looking at the Tucson. So we can see the growth around the major corridors like Benson Highway, Oracle Road, State Road 77, Prince Road, Stone Avenue, Campbell Avenue, Sixth Avenue, St. Mary's Road, Grand Road, Speedway Boulevard, Broadway Boulevard, and 22nd Street, major arterials of the city of Tucson. And we also see high residential development downtown along the Sunlink corridor. And uh, for the town of Marana, we see the high growth near the premium outlets and the medium growth around Marana downtown and the Twin Peaks area. And we see the low density growth near the Dove Mountain area. And for Oro Valley, we see the high growth at the Oro Valley Marketplace area and the medium growth around Casas Church. And we also see low growth for other low density communities. And for South Marita, we see the high growth near the I-19 freeway exit of South Marita. And we see medium growth north to the Quail Creek community, and we also see low growth for some of the farmlands right now. And here we are looking at the employment growth per acre at the Pima County level. So we see high growth along I-10 again and the State Road 210 and Sunlink corridor. And we also see the medium growth along the La Chola Boulevard, especially the Foothill Mall and the State Road 77, the Oracle roads. And we also see sparse growth along South Sagarita, the airport, Valencia Road, State Road 86, River Road, and other major arterials in Pima County. So we look at them closer at Tucson. We see the high growth along I-10, State Road 210, and the Sunlink corridor. And we see the medium growth along the State Road 77, the Oracle Road. And we see the low density growth south to the airport and the Air Force Base. And for the town of Marana, we see the high and medium growth along I-10, and we see the medium-low growth around Tangerine and Thornidale and I-10 and Twin Peaks, those uh, major arterials and freeways. And for the Oro Valley, we see the expansion of current shopping centers including the Oro Valley Marketplace. For the Sahuarita, we see the growth near the I-19 exit to the Nogales Highway and the copper mine over there. And for the South Tucson, we see the employment growth along I-10, especially along the Benson Highway exit. And we also see some growth along the 29th Street. So that's the inputs for the ABM. And the next step, we will run the performance measures and compare the performance measures between base year no bill scenario and the 2055 RMAP scenario. And we also are going to do a air quality conformity analysis after we run our activity-based model for our forecast year. And that's all for the activity-based model updates.
Yeah, thank
Thank you.
you. And maybe after just going through the timeline, just we can also just had a chance to have any questions. For the timeline in 2024 Q4, and as mentioned, we hope to just update all this final and draft outputs and in hopefully just in image level. And we've been just talking about the image or TAG outputs, and but hopefully just the image level, likely just shall actually just shared today and presented today. The for land use model side included, and but mainly for just the image level and the job growth and the population growth. And also hoping to just discuss one-on-one meeting of the week of December 16th. Yeah, so if you have any plan, like just something and taking off and from that week, and would like to just have at least just a 1 hour discussion and about the results. So because of we also have a quite just a tight timeline and of this RMAP and exercise. So and if you have any just a plan and off like that week, just please let us know, and we'll try to schedule and based on your schedule and as much as we can. And in 2025 Q1, and well, regarding, as I mentioned earlier, so we hope to just share the final version and through just a one-on-one meeting. If there is any question, if there's any corrections, just we'll just take that. And after then, and January 22nd is hoping to just request of the or just approval. Approval means actually if you think just the sign and the job growth and the population growth and this makes sense, that's the, and I'm sure that just the jurisdiction knows better. So the expectation met. So that's the our ultimate target, and then all those approval and move forward to the upper and the committees, including just the TPC and the management committee together. And after then, and meanwhile, just we're gonna just figure out the final our just performance measures. But we are not entirely clear, and if it's good to share and to pop tag, and but we will just discuss internally. But at least we want to just share the performance measures and with our just jurisdictional partners, but maybe in different just committees. And but yeah, we've been just thinking about that, and because of well, we appreciate just your effort, but at least we'd like to share our just the output modeling side. And then we'd like to just start air quality conformity modeling. So it's more likely just we are really just the back to back the schedule, and always just the final deadline for this RMAP exercise is getting the approval by just the May Regional Council. So we'd like to just ask, and if you have anything, and it's really appreciate just a little bit of your time schedule. And just if you are okay, then just even though just it's an interim prop tech meeting, and but fourth week of January and the Wednesday and the same time, just around 10 a.m. If you can just mark down and that date and time, I really appreciate that. And for the one-on-one meeting again, and we would like to just reach out to you as soon as we share our just outputs and through and our map dashboard. So you don't need to come by, and we will just set up and share your information through just a web-based RMAP dashboard, so you can just navigate easily. So hopefully by the end of next week, then we will just start on our just a one-on-one meeting if you have any questions. So I think that's all I have. And do you have any questions about the results or just the timeline, anything? Okay, so I think, yeah, so anyway, if you have any further questions after this meeting, feel free to just email me or just the team here listed for RMAP or just the population estimates, and please just email me or just Caroline or just Eric here together, Eric Kramer. I think I'm sure just that you have some information about that. Okay, then if we don't have any further questions, we're gonna just adjourn in the meeting today, 11:08. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.